Alright, what's up guys, Yogimoto here, and today I'm going to be changing out the low beam light on this bike. It's a 2009 Kawasaki Versys 650. It's my newest bike. So I haven't checked out my HID kit yet. Left the unboxing for the video. Just run-of-the-mill HID conversion kit, H7, so get the little manual I guess. I'm not going to be using this a whole lot I don't think, because I've done this kind of work before on a car a couple times. I feel fairly comfortable with it, but don't know just yet. So this end goes into your new light. It's hard to see now. Oh, you know what? I may have spoke too soon. What's this right here? Yeah, I sure as fuck did speak too soon. Look at that. Dee-dee-dee. Alright, let's jumble the wires now. Alright, and it's hard to get this separated because that's connected for some reason. Jesus Christ. Alright, this is, may look a little confusing at first, but H7 6000K, 6000 Kelvin color temperature, which is going to be mostly white with just a tint of blue in it. This is a 35 watt light kit. Anyhow, yeah, I spoke too soon on that. Yeah. This connector goes in here. I'm just going to show this real quick so it'd be easier to show it when it's not on the bike. And then these connectors can only go one way. You got a male and female. So you hook up the male with the female, male, female. Make sure your connections are all good. And then this one connects to your stock lighting, to your stock OEM plug. And at that point, you connect two freaking ballistic one light, but because I'm an idiot, but you get the idea. And then the other problem is trying to find somewhere to store all this crap away. Why is there scratches on this? Well, I sure hope I didn't get a freaking remanufactured one. I bet I did though. Being my luck, it was cheap, so that's probably why. I don't know if y'all can see that on here, but a couple scratches. Anyways, and boy, where'd they go? Yeah. Also, on this particular bike and on some cars, I'm going to need a spacer because the little clip that holds the light in place will not work properly if you do not have a spacer behind them. So basically it sits on top of the light like this. Your little clip, it's going to pinch down on each side of it and hold it in place. And I think these are for a VW car. I don't know, but they're going to do the same job on mine. So without that, you're going to have to figure out some kind of way to hold down your light so it won't be shaking. Tools I'm going to be using: 10mm socket, a 4mm Allen wrench, and a 3mm Allen wrench, and a little magnetic tray to hold everything. Alright, I'm not going to go I'm basically going to go step by step, and I'm not going to make you watch all my video, or all of it. Oh, you idiot. Oh, you idiot. I'm sorry. I got the wrong one. I got the 5 for some reason. Okay. No, I'm still correct. It's a 4 and a 3. Anyways, the 3 you're going to need for the windscreen, and usually you can get it undone just by holding your fingers on the nut on the back side, like that one's coming loose. And then you take your 4mm and you get this bolt undone. This one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. And the other side is the same. It's a mirror image. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. The first things first, you gotta take the windscreen off so you can get to your bolts underneath here. You're gonna have a fun time getting to them. But I'm gonna pause video right here, get that all undone, and then I'll come back once it's all out of place. Okay, I'm back. And got this side off. So here's your coolant reservoir. You can see a little bit more of the dirty ass bike, and haven't taken this one off yet because I did fail to mention that this bolt down here on both sides is the only bolt that's a little bit different, and of course it freaking gets stuck on me. Alright, and it's got this washer on it, so spacer. Now, the rest of the bolts, they're all the same length, so you don't have to worry about getting them mixed up. But these two right here, need those spacers on there. Also, when you take off your windscreen, you're going to have these rubber bushings that you need to keep track of. You'll have 4 for each bolt. Also, I've noticed that these bolts here, you have 2 that are longer than the other. And from what I've seen, it's the 2 long ones that go on your top of windscreen. It's kind of hard to tell, but slightly longer. Anyhow, and I got that one off. I have all the other bolts out. And when you go to remount this, take note that you have this bolt hole right here that comes up and sticks up past the fairing. It's kind of like to help you locate the fairing when you go to put it back on. And on the back here, I'll show you how I get it off. Just grab it by the back here, and it comes right off. You have that little plastic bit that sticks up in there, a little rubber piece that sticks right there and holds it in place. So if you get this one located correctly and that one located correctly, you shouldn't have any issues finding the holes for bolting the fairings back up. Alright, now that leaves us with the light. Everything's accessible now. Turn it down. Seriously? Oh, there it is. Duh. So I'm going to unbolt this one next. You got bolt right here, nut right here, nut right there. They're all 10mm. And before you do any of that, just for easement's sake, unplug your little parking lights. You just need to push in on this tab, pull through, and that will unplug these lights right here. That way you're not tangled up on them or caught on them. Anyways, I'll resume the video once I get the headlight off. Alright, got the headlight off, and I'm going to point something out real quick. This is not what you're going to find if you pull yours off and everything's stock and in place. There's actually a plastic connector piece housing that these go in, so that when you pull them off, you just pull off the whole housing off the back of the light, and you don't have to mess with this shit, and you don't have to worry about which one's positive, which one's negative. Quick reference, low beam is this blue wire, yellow stripe. Ground, this is your hot wire. Ground is black with yellow stripe, that's your low beam. High beam, you got red with black stripe is your hot wire, black with yellow is your ground. So just remember that. If you can't remember anything else, remember that your grounds are black and yellow, like the song. Yeah, anyways. Alright, now that I got the light off, look at it, covered in a couple bugs. I got some LED lights in here right now. They're not up to par. I wanted something a little bit brighter. I thought they would be, but they're not. I'm going to keep the high beam in, because I think with this kit I won't have to use my high beam all that much. Plus I don't really plan on riding at night a whole lot, but if I do, I want to have enough light to see and not get in danger because I can't see. So, also, hopefully, you won't find your boot covers like this. Yes, I did that. I cut it because I couldn't get those plastic housings for the wires off, or back in, couldn't remember. Anyways, so I cut it and then kind of pulled it apart a little bit, and they rip real easy. This, I just ripped off trying to pull it out because it's supposed to be like a pull tab. Anyways, that one's crooked. I'll fix that later. Anyways, alright. These look identical, so if you mess with one, you've seen the other. You got a little clip that holds everything in. You want to push it down, push it out of the way, and then you got your light bulb. Normally with a regular incandescent bulb, you do not want to touch it because it can lower the life of the bulb and cause a bunch of issues, but these are LEDs, so I don't have that problem. And the other thing I had trouble with is I didn't realize these are spacers for your clip. That's why I got new spacers. But that's one of the reasons why this looks like it does. So learn from me, do not repeat my mistake. Anyway, so that takes your, this one in particular takes it from an H7 to an H4 pattern, which are a little bit apart. Normally at H4, you have another blade here for your low and high beam. Just right now you have one light and a ground, one power and a ground. I'll keep this junky ass garage. Storing a bunch of crap in here. Alright, so one thing I want to test out before I do anything else is to make sure that my spacer choicing is going to work. Because if that doesn't work, then the rest of this video is going to be pointless. And let's get the light that I haven't messed with, because there won't be a bunch of crap hanging on it. Get the little bread towel, lift that all off. And unless you've never messed with these before, you also don't need to touch these either. That'll lower the life of them. Now, you're supposed to be able to fish this out through here. I'm not going to do that just yet because I'm not ready to install it. Don't unscrew it. Don't mess with it until you're actually ready to install. That will help make sure you don't touch it. Lower the chance. And that's completely wrong, dumbass. Do it like this. God, this video is going to be so freaking long. And if I do some editing. Anyways, get your wires through there one at a time. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but that'll let you know that wires are not going to come back out. So you're going to have this little notch right here, a little cutout right there to help you line up the bulb. And the other problem I might be having is the bulb might be too long, and sure hope that's not the case. The other problem I might be having is the spacer is not right. Yeah, it might work. Alright, the other thing about HIDs is they're a little bit longer than your typical bulb, and you may have them touch a reflective cover, or a cover like I'm having on this one. I'm not sure if it's touching it though, I can't really tell just by looking at it. If it touches, all that rubbing and moving around is going to mess up your bulb, and you're going to be back to square one. So it's seating all the way in there, but I can't tell. Man, I do not want to have to break this one, because I'm not going to do my high beam. I'm going to leave that regular. I'm going to leave that with the LED so I can do a passive flash pretty quickly and high beam quickly, because HIDs take a while to warm up. Kind of moving it back and forth here. I'm not feeling it hitting anything, so I think I'm okay. Now that we're fairly certain that that's not going to be messed up, I gotta take the spacer back off, or that little cap isn't going to fit back on. There we go. I'm going to say that the spacer is going to work and the light is going to work. Now, another thing to note is typically the 35 watts are slightly shorter than the 55 watt. I mean, not by much. I want to say it was a millimeter in most cases. I'm not exactly sure what that translates into American. Also, I had some new LED lights come in for this. I said I did. I ordered them overnight. I ordered all this stuff overnight yesterday on Amazon, and I ordered it all at the same time. Well, I think I ordered the LEDs for here about an hour later, because I've decided, okay, fine, I'll do it while I'm in here. And it's all supposed to be shipped there today. So I got that. I got the light, I got the bright spacers, but didn't get the LED. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to come back when I got everything in better position and I'm ready to install it.